be really nice for you to put your elbows onto these blocks. If not, you can still do this on the mat. And place your hands into a prayer behind your head. And you can take your weight back a little bit, but still try and get the bottom to come towards the heels. And we're going to start to breathe here, allowing our triceps to get a nice little stretch. Inhale. Exhale. So we breathe in through the nose, which filters the air nicely and warms it. And we exhale through the nose. And as we exhale, we can straight the whisper muscles. Again, so breathing in. And exhale, just try and get a texture to your breath. Again, deep full breath in here. And exhale to empty. Now let's put the blocks to one side and find a tabletop. Stacking our joints, so shoulders over the wrists, knees under the hips. And as we inhale, we find a cow. We tip our tailbone and arch the spine. And as we exhale, we push the ground away and dome the upper back. Again, breath in, perhaps your weight could come forward. And breath out, taking the weight maybe backwards. One more like this. Breath in. And breath out. Finding that cat. And then we're just going to hover the knees and try and do those cat-cows, but with a little hover in the knees. So it's going to restrict the movement a little bit. So as we breathe in, we go for the arch. And as we exhale, we curl around the spine and press the ground away. Inhaling. And exhaling. Do one more like that. Inhale. Exhale. And then turn your toes and slowly push your hips up and back and find downward facing dog. Shake your head loose, lift your hips up and back, broaden through the shoulders, and take a deep full breath in here. And exhale, empty. Again, take a breath in. And breathe it away. One more like this. And then you're going to exhale all the air out. And you can step or hop forward to the front of your mat, finding your halfway lift. Take a breath in. And exhale, stay here. So bring the feet together so the toes touch. Keep that spine nice and straight. So it's almost like you're plugging the spine into a little socket, if you can imagine that. Take a breath in here. And exhale, fully fold. Now as you inhale, reach and rise, nice and tall. And exhale, fold down. Inhale, find that flat back, the halfway lift. And then step or spring back through to high plank. Okay, I'm going to hold this first high plank. You could have your knees down, so see how you feel about that. If you're in the full high plank, I want to encourage you not to let your bum drop too low. You want to lift up a little bit so that we're protecting the lower back. And pull the heels of the hands back towards your toes. Squeeze the belly in. And pull the upper arms in, but keep broad through the shoulders. Okay, we're going to do 2 more breaths here. Okay, and then we're going to lift up the right leg. I know it's pretty strong, but it's not for long. So press back through that left heel, extend the leg nice and long. We'll just do a deep full breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to lift up into a 3-legged downward facing dog. Just trying to keep the toes pointing down and the hips shut. Big breath in here. And then we're going to take the knee into the nose, press the ground away, lift up, and hold here for a few breaths, taking the shoulders forward and finding that cat in the back. Big breath in, and then place the foot down. As we inhale, we're going to find a lovely, easy twist. And we're going to stay here and exhale. Big, big breath in. Breath out. Now as we inhale, we're going to start to lengthen the leg and fold over. Letting the breath go. Big breath in. And fold. Maybe lifting up your toes. One more breath in here. And then re-bend the knee. Step back to a high plank position. Again, you can drop the knees. That will be fine. In fact, that would be really good, especially if you feel this in your lower back and you're aware that your abs are a little bit weaker. So we're holding here. And then we simply lift that left leg up just a few inches, trying to keep the even weight through our body. Taking a big breath in and out. One more. And then back through to the three-legged dog. Allow your right heel to lengthen down towards the mat and lift up your leg. Taking a deep full breath in here. And then knee comes into your nose. Again, we hold this. And we feel a certain buoyancy as we press our weight down through our hands. Take a deep full breath in. And then plant your foot down. So with the inhale, you lift up the left arm. Great. And exhale, stay there. And take another breath in here. And let that go. One more. And then we start to straighten and fold. So we're on the ball of the back foot. And blocks could be useful. I didn't show you on the other side, but that's always an option. Maybe lifting up the toes. Taking a deep full breath in. And folding. One more. And then you re-bend into the knee and step back to your high plank position. Great. And we hold it for a little bit. Okay, and in fact what we're going to do is take the feet over to the right and keep the upper body exactly how it is. We could stack the feet, but we're not quite coming into side plank yet. We're just fiddling around with the strength in our obliques. Great. Another breath in here. And then through to center. And switch sides. So, come to the stack. Keep the arms exactly like they would be in plank. Holding here for 3, for 2. And then coming back to center. You're going to lower the knees, cross the ankles, and come down into like a low plank. You've got the option to untangle your feet and take a full-on low plank and hold for 3, for 2, and 1. Put the knees back down, straighten up. We're going to do that twice more. So lowering down to low plank. You can stay here. We'll take the full low plank and holding for 3, for 2, for 1. Knees come down, extend through your arms, and once more. Low plank, legs could straighten, holding for 3, for 2, and this time lower your belly down to the mat. Take your arms out. Behind you, lift your chest. Press your feet down, lift the thighs off, and press the thighs to lift your kneecaps off the mat. Take a deep full breath in. Breathe out and stay. One more. And hands come by your ribs. You find an upward facing dog. Lifting everything except for the feet and hands. And then to downward facing dog. Great, take your feet nice and wide. And you want to encourage your heels down to your mat. So let your head really dangle. aware of the sensations in your body without naming them, just feeling. And a big breath in, breath out. Through the nose, breathe in. And through the nose, finding that texture, that sound, ujjayi, out. Okay. And then you're going to step, hop, even handstand, coming to your forward fold, hands on your shins, feet together, big breath in, and empty. Now inhale, reach, and rise all the way up, and exhale, fold down. Inhale, find a halfway lift, and then you're going to step, jump, or even handstand back, down to your low plank. Inhaling for upward facing dog, exhaling, downward facing dog. Let's take a deep full breath in here, and let it go. Now inhale, lift your right leg up. This time, open the hip. Take a big lift, and maybe come all the way over for a flip dog. Lifting up the hips. If you haven't come into flip dog, it doesn't matter. Keep opening the hip, and then we make our way back to the three-legged downward facing dog. And then we take our shoulders over the wrists, so we're back here. And we're going to hold and stay just for a few breaths. And then we take the knee towards the nose, push the ground away, plant the foot down, and come into a warrior one. So heel to heel alignment, back foot is turned in. We lift our chest up, reach our arms up. Breathe into the center of the chest. And then exhale, we go through this vinyasa, placing with special care to the low plank, flipping onto the fronts of the feet, pressing the arms down, upward facing dog, then downward facing dog. Let's take a breath in, and a breath out. Again, breath in, and breath out. Now inhale, extend that left leg up, bend the knee, open the hip, maybe stay here, maybe come into that flip dog, take a big breath in, and extend wherever you are, breathe out, another inhale, and empty. One more, and then carefully coming back round to your three-legged downward facing dog, shoulders come over your wrists, and you hover here in this variation of plank, not for long. Knee comes towards your nose, push the ground away, lift and step the foot. Find your warrior one, extend your arms up and pull the right hip forward. Take a deep full breath in, and then through that vinyasa, high plank, down to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Breath in. Breath out. One more. And empty. Hold your empty. And you've got a choice. You can step and handstand or step to the front of your mat. Inhaling, finding your halfway lift. And exhale, fully folding. Now feet together, bend your knees and find your chair pose. And then from your chair pose, stack that right ankle over the left thigh. So we're coming into either a figure 4 or standing pigeon. And you want to settle your weight down and back so that your weight is heavy on your left heel. Okay, from here you can bring your hands to your heart center and see if you can start to twist the upper body so that you're taking that right elbow down towards your foot. And you can find maybe some sort of external lever to twist your upper body. Okay. If not, you just stick with the regular standing pigeon, and then we're going to start to lower the weight even further down into our hips. Maybe bring the hands down. And from here, we're going to see if we can just extend that right leg up and out and come into a half moon pose on that left foot. Okay, and in half moon, a block is really helpful underneath that left hand here to bring the ground up a little bit higher. You're trying to lift hip over hip, keeping that left foot facing forward. It loves to creep out to the side, and it's not really helpful, even though it feels like sometimes it could be. And then if you like a Chapasana, you could bend that top knee and grab the foot. Yeah. Still just working on getting some spinal extension here in your Chapasana, or just working with that regular half moon. Okay. Take a breath in. Exhale, look down, and then you're going to slowly make your way back to a warrior two on the left side. So you might need to extend your stance to make sure that that front thigh is getting as low as possible. You're sending your arms out long. Great. And you want to look at that left knee and check that it's over the second toe. It's a good guideline. And we stick in this warrior two for a couple of really big breaths, taking your gaze forward beyond that front middle finger. Another big breath in and out, and as you go out, see if you can soften and deepen. One more. And then bring karate chop that left forearm onto the thigh, drop the hips, and extend your right arm up. And start to look beyond the upper right arm and use your left forearm to push your left front knee to the left. Great. And from here you can take the top arm and thread it around you, coming into a half bind. Or, if you practice it, you could go for the full bind. Wherever you are, we'll just stay here for another 3, another 2. One more breath in, and then come out of the bind, release the hands forward, and see if you can jump up to an eagle. So we take the right leg over, right arm under, as we go for this bind. Lifting the elbows forward and up, and then we start to take the elbows towards the knee and extend our right leg. Back again and find a warrior 3, and when you're ready you can take the arms alongside you, right hip moving down. Take a deep full breath in, and then come to stand. Bring your feet together, big toes touching. Inhale, reach up, elbow down, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and then you can step, jump, or even do your handstand back, down through your vinyasa. Inhaling to your up dog, exhaling to downward facing dog. Take a deep full breath in here, and breath out. Again, breath in, and breath out. Once more. And empty, and then you can step the left foot forward, the other foot forward, maybe going through a handstand, but maybe leading your way in your halfway lift, breathing in, and then exhaling to your forward fold. Inhale, reach and rise, Urdhva Hastasana, and as we exhale, let's find a chair. And in this chair, we're going to take the left heel over towards the left. So you're resting the ankle on the right thigh. Okay, we bring our hands into a prayer, and then it's a case of maybe sitting nice and low and staying here, maybe just walking your left elbow down, your left leg, trying to lift our gaze up. Okay, feeling the outer hip on the left side starting to open. Big breath in. And then back to center. And we're going to work on folding down, placing the hands down, and then seeing if we can come straight the way into our half moon. Remembering that it's really important to keep the right toes pointing forward. Ideally, I mean, all of our bodies are different. So lifting up that top leg, taking the shoulders to a stacked position, extending your arm up, maybe going for the Japasana bind. And knowing that that's not better, in some respects it can be a little bit easier, but you're getting some spinal extension, which is really quite awakening, quite nice. Take a deep full breath in, and breathe out. Let's do one more wherever you are. And then we're going to fold down and make our way up to an eagle. So we've got left leg over, left arm under. And hopefully you can feel something going on in that right leg. Taking the elbows forward and up, broadening, protracting through the shoulder blades. And then we start to bring the elbows towards the knees. Extend your left leg out behind you. And go for the warrior three. Great, maybe taking your arms alongside you. Oops. Dropping that left hip down, dropping the toes down. And then making our way back to our warrior two position. So heel intercepting the back toe. And nice and long with that front thigh. Again, just looking for that knee over ankle, knee over the second toe. Extend the arms nice and long. Yeah, we stick with it. Trying to pull our bum under a little bit. Keep trying to drop lower. Big breath in. Big breath out. And then we're going to karate chop the front thigh and find our side angle posture. Taking our gaze right up. And feel like you can make a really long, lovely line from that left foot all the way up to your left middle finger. Great. Maybe taking the top arm around now. Perhaps going for a bind, but not at the expense of losing the openness in your chest. Just staying here for a big breath in and a big breath out. One more breath in. One more breath out. And then we're going to release the bind. This time we're going to walk our hands around to the long side of the mat. So I'm just going to change direction so you can see. So you're coming into a really nice wide-legged fold. You can place your hands on your ankles and go forward and down with the spine. Your head comes to rest on the mat. Great. And maybe you set up. If you've got a safe practice, you could do your headstand here. If you haven't, it's not a problem. You could just enjoy that forward fold. Around to the front foot and step the feet together at the front of the mat. Inhale to our halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, big reach and rise. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, finding your halfway lift, and you're going to step or jump back, finding your high plank, and slowly lowering down, down, down. To the mat. where you're going to bend the knees and grab a hold of the ankles. Press down through your thighs and then lift up your chest. Take a deep full breath in. Breathe out, stay. And again, breath in. Breath out. One more breath in here. Lift nice and high. And then release the legs. Place your hands on top of each other and just rest your head to one side and just allow your legs to move from side to side to side. Okay, and then from here, lower the legs down. Push up into a cobra and then make the cobra so that you come onto your knees. And you can have your two blocks here if you've got two blocks for a camel with our blocks by our side. Otherwise, we're just going to focus on bringing our hands to our lower back, pushing the hips forward and lifting the head up. Okay. Take a big breath in and breathe out and release. From here, it's now time to come onto our backs and take our hip opener. Let's take the right ankle over the left thigh. And come into a very simple hip opener that feels really nice, really relaxing. Shut your eyes perhaps and feel your breath reconnecting to those sensations. And then from here we just release the grip on our shin or behind our thigh. And just let the hips come over to the left. A little hop of the hip can be nice. Arms go out wide. As we come into a simple supine twist. And then back to centre and we switch up. So left ankle now resting on the right thigh. And we reach for our shin or behind our thigh and soften. Okay. And we release the grip. And let the knees come over to the right, arms make a T shape, and shoulders hopefully connected to the mat. Great. And we come back to center, take our legs as wide as the mat. Arms by our side, palms facing